friends gathered here in
Participant,
this
please excuse me
virtual
for being
platform.
little late. Yeah, sir, please.
Today, today is the last day of this flagship program, that is NEP orientation and sensitization program, and
Okay.
we are the inconvenience is regretted due to some technical issue. So today in this session we will discuss regarding the online courses and the different platforms that will be made available by the government of India through Swayam and the MOOCs. And for discussing this thing, today we have with us a very great senior and eminent personality, Professor Mir Sadiq Ali sir. Sir, warm welcome in behalf of the Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center, Sant Galge Baba, Amravati University, to this
Thank you. So
flagship
nice.
program. Friends, Professor Ali sir has more than 40 years of experience in this field of engineering and technology, and he was the former principal at Professor Ram Meghe College of Institute of Research and Technology, that is situated in the Bandera, Amravati, and affiliated to the Sant Galge Baba Amravati University. There are more than 150 research articles on his credit that has been published in the reputed national and international journal. There are 24 patents on his credits, and under his able guidance 26 research scholar has been completed their PhD degree. Friends, sir has associated with the various professional organizations, and he has worked on the various statutory bodies on the university, not only in our university, in another university also, like as the BOS, Academic Council. He was also actively engaging while university implementing this national education policy and drafting his curricula, syllabus, and making his policy. Sir was actively engaged in that, and under his able guidance, we have makes different policies to implement this national education policy. So today, sir will discuss and guide us regarding the SWAM and this MOOC courses. Sir, I again extend my warm welcome to you and request you to start with your session. Sir, please.
Thank you. Ankit, Aniket. Hello.
Sir, Ankit, sir.
Ankit, let me show my screen, that PPT, if it is visible.
Yes,
please
sir, please start your PPT, sir.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
But I have not yet started my slideshow. Is it
Yes,
my
sir,
screen?
yes, sir, slideshow has not been started yet, sir.
Okay. Just. Now?
Yes, sir, now it is okay, sir. Now it is okay.
So nice. So, very warm welcome all my dear participants, and sorry for a little delay, just technical difficulty. Maybe sometimes your transportation and communication, that becomes the technology which becomes hurdle. I am very much thankful to the organizers, this Malviya Mission and HRDC Amravati University.
Sir, your voice is very little bit low, sir. Sir.
That is what I now is it? Now is
now
it?
It is much better, sir. Now it is.
Yes. I will keep my mic like this only. So my sincere thanks to the organizer for giving me an opportunity to share my experience of MOOCs and SWAYAM. And I would be stop MOOCs and SWAYAM. And then at the end, I will show you what is the procedure of adapting these MOOCs and SWAYAM courses into the curriculum with certain examples. And then finally, we'll talk about academic bank of credit, how it can be utilized by the students and faculty for credit transfer from one university to another university, one course to another course. So again, warm welcome to you with a little apology for delay, but maybe, as they say, better to be later than never. So welcome. We will be speaking on MOOC. I have, you can see that I have shown there the choice cream. Choice cream, very similar to nowadays what we talk about ice creams. So you'll find that in choice only there is hidden ice cream. So let us see what is that ice. Information ice choice, everything. Now, first we will be speaking on SWAYAM, MOOC, and NEP 2020. Because of this National Education Policy 2020, SWAYAM and MOOCs, they have come in forefront. Earlier they were there. So SWAYAM and MOOCs, they started as long as in India. SWAYAM started as early as in 2003, long back. It's almost 20 years back when SWAYAM in India pioneered the MOOCs courses, massively open online courses, what stands for MOOCs. NEP 2020, the objectives, they are such a way fashioned that they indirectly mapping on the requirement of SWAYAM and MOOC. Rather, you can say that SWAYAM and MOOC, they now map with the NEP. They map with NEP. So with that idea, what is National Education Policy? NEP 2020, National Education Policy. It is a landmark policy which is aimed at transforming Indian education. If those who are in this teaching field, education field, they know that it was as early as somewhere 1983, 80, or before that, 70s or something, that education policy was a little revamped. If you recall, this 10+2 system was introduced. So it was in early 80s that some remarkable reforms were projected into education policy. So it was almost 70 means 80, 90, 10, 20, around 40 years. So it is a time that a new national education policy as per the global requirement, technological advancement, must be brought in. And that is the reason we say it is a landmark policy aimed at transforming Indian education. It focuses on, there are 3 points which we should remember. NEP document, as such, it is a very huge document. But when it comes to the summary of NEP, executive summary of NEP 2020, that itself spreads over 36 pages. But out of those 36 pages, what comes out as a philosophy, it focuses on accessibility, equity, and quality. 3 landmark objectives. Focuses on accessibility, equity, and quality in education at all the levels. And what are the SWAYAM and MOOCs? SWAYAM and MOOCs are online platform designed to make learning more accessible. When we say accessibility with reference to NEP 2020, it means that it should be accessible to anyone, anytime, anywhere, and anything related to education. So SWAYAM and MOOCs, they are online platform designed to make learning more accessible and flexible, aligning perfectly with the NEP 2020's goal, which is one of them is accessibility. Alignment with NEP 2020's goal, when we say, what does this mean? By providing inclusive and accessible educational opportunities to a diverse range of learners. Range of learners means there are no geographical boundaries, there are no age boundaries, and there are no language boundaries. In that, most important for we teachers comes out to be improving the teachers' training. Improving the teachers' training, because unless the teacher is equipped with the modern tools of the trades, he or she may not be able to deliver or disseminate the information and knowledge to the learner the way it has to be. Now, sitting at my home, I am capable of sharing my expertise with all you learned learners or teachers at your end. You are at the comfort of your office, comfort of your classroom, comfort of your college, or comfort of your home, or maybe comfort of your garden somewhere. I don't know where a particular person who is at this moment. 57 participants I am seeing here. So these 57 participants, where are they located geographically? What is their language background? What is their cultural background? What is their age? Immaterial. So this NEP 2020 also concentrates on, through MOOC SWAM, improving teachers training. An important aspect of NEP to enhance the teacher quality. Unless you have quality teachers, you may not be able to disseminate quality education to the learner. SWAM and MOOCs, they offer numerous courses for professional development, ensuring our educators are well equipped. I will show you one of the courses from here, which is available, and sometimes after my talk is over, you can also log into this PPT PDF format I am going to share with your organizers, who will further share with you, so that you can yourself explore this, which I am just giving you as the demo. I am showing you here one of the SWAM courses under the heading of learning and teaching. This is the old course, which was available during the 2020 period. Remember, 1st July 2020 it was started. Enrollment was ended on 14th October, and then it was examined somewhere late January 2021. That was a pandemic period. What is important to see here is that this course was offered by Dr. Gaurav Singh. Currently also, I think it is being offered by him only. And 8,133 learners have enrolled. It was a 16 weeks program, core course. It was meant for teachers education, undergraduate, and page visits are 12,278. The credit course it is. So it carries 4 credits, so that once a learner completes this course and appears for exam and successfully completes the course, he will be earning 4 credits, which can be placed into academic bank of credit, or they can be placed into the curriculum, as I will be showing you. But this particular thing you observe, it is for teachers. Other person can also learn it, but observe that it is a 16 weeks program and contents are shown here. That it starts with understanding learning, approaches to learning, and so on. The contents are being shown here. And the biography of the instructor, Dr. Gaurav Singh, he is a very celebrity teacher and very popular among online students. You can attend his lectures and you will find that a hardcore teacher, though he belongs to teaching field only, because from education, and very popular as such, and he makes you the things understood. That is the beauty of it. So this is what we indicated, that teachers quality can be enhanced by offering teacher oriented courses. One more important thing you can remember, that these courses which are available on MOOCs and SWAM platform for teachers, they are equivalent to faculty development program. So if you complete a particular module and successfully get examined and certified by the particular host institute, you can utilize that certification for substituting your module training required for career advancement scheme under 7 pay. So that could be another way of motivating ourselves, that if you do some of the courses on MOOCs and SWAYAM, not only we should offer our students these courses, but we should also undergo, so that 8 modules of the courses you must complete within the assessment period if you want to migrate promoted under career advancement scheme. So this gives us another motivation. So improving teachers training is one of the parameters. Contribution to research and innovation. Most of the participants I observe, either they are the research scholars or they are the research supervisors. In both of these cases, these courses which are available online through MOOCs and SWAYAM, they can contribution to research and innovation. Crucial for any educational advancement. Research and innovation, they are definitely crucial for. See, you remember 20 years back when I was teaching using simply using LCD projector. Transparencies we used to prepare, either handwritten or laser printed, and then we used to show it on screen and discuss. Now that has been replaced by PowerPoint slides. So we have now, instead of overhead project, not LCD, overhead projector, now we have LCD projectors. Earlier days it was overhead project. Before that, 30 years back, if I go back, when I started my career, it was a blackboard and chalkboard kind of teaching. Then somewhere came this overhead projector. Then came this PowerPoint presentation. Then came this LCDs. So as the technology is enhanced and innovated something, so we have gone for educational advancement as well. There is a new domain come up known as educational technology. As we have information technology, we have education technology, wherein we use technology for educational purposes. So these platforms provide resources in research methodology and innovation, fostering a culture of inquiry and creativity. I will show you one of the very popular course on research by one of the another celebrity, Dr. Bajpai, who is presently Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Delhi. Very nice. In fact, I would suggest you to go through this course. Recent course is also available from Dr. Bajpai, who is now Vice Chancellor of National Law University. 3,272 enrolled at 15th of Jan 2024. Recent, I'm talking about 15th of January 2024, 30th April 2024, it was ended, and its exam occurred on 18th of May. Exam was in second shift, and 29,571 page visits have occurred to this particular course. Learner enrolled is 3,272, and you can see here that this is 4-credit course. So research methodology, when as a scholar you are appearing for coursework of a PhD, then this research methodology can be substituted. So when the time when I downloaded this page, it was ongoing. Now it is June. So the exam is already over, 18th May, and maybe the student might have got. You observe here, basics of research, legal reasoning, social legal research, research problem, research design, and qualitative research he talked about. Quantitative research methods as well as qualitative, because he belongs to legal field, and very nicely. Proposing the hypothesis, defending the hypothesis, establishing the hypothesis, and all. He has given so much material and argued. Vice Chancellor of National Law University is equipped with more than 30 years of professional experience as an author, researcher, teacher, and administrator. So this is one of the courses available for research. Likewise, there are so many. You can just look here. if you click on all courses, sometimes after my lecture, if you are going for a lab session, just have an experiment with this. So here you can identify what all courses are there. There is a course catalog from where you can search for the courses, and you can point out what courses you want. Suppose I would like to have something on common educational technology. And if I, okay, there was a mistake here. Educational technology. Dr. Nazi Hassan is one of the courses. It is an eight coming course. This is an upcoming course. This is right. Educational technology. It is a common to all. Anyone from any area, if you are interested in going for education technology, observe that this is an learner enrolled till date. They are 253. It is open now. Upcoming course it is. 4 courses it is. 8 weeks duration. It belongs to teachers education category. There are 3 credit points. Undergraduate level it is. Start date is 15th of July 2024. Means immediately after some 32 days from today. 32, 33 days. End date is 31st October. Enrollment date will be ending on 31st August. Exam is going to conduct on 15th of December 2024. It is going to be second shift exam. And observe that page visits are 1106. Course layout is also given here. All that. Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And book references, everything. Here is little. She belongs to Jamia Millia Islamia, Formal Education System, Department of Teachers Training and Non-Formal Education from Jamia Millia Islamia, autonomous deemed to be university. As assistant professor in the Department of Teachers Training. She also has worked as assistant professor and so on, that you can see. Coming back to course certificate will be 30% for in-course assessment and 70% for end-term proctored exam. So this exam is going to be proctored exam, online it may be. So you can very well appear and get this 3 credits earned out of this course. So likewise, you can go for all others as well. So contribution to research and innovation. Example course beneficial under NEP 2020. I have already shown you another very popular course, which is on the hot area of artificial intelligence. A MOOC on artificial intelligence aligns with NEP's focus on contemporary subjects and equips students with skills relevant in today's tech-driven world. Chat GPT, Google's Gemini. These are the hotcakes which are available at the ease online to the teachers as well as learner equal. And when we say that there is smartphone in the market available, this is artificial intelligence tools available in the market. Please remember, it requires natural intelligence to use these AI tools. I suppose you understand. AI, it is artificial intelligence. Smartphone in the hand of a smart person will be definitely useful. A smartphone in the hands of a someone is of no use unless you know the potential of that. So this is one of the very common course available on artificial intelligence. Sometimes as a passing, you can undergo this course and understand some of the things which are very useful Okay, it has gone for that. Artificial intelligence, I will put here. Artificial intelligence. We are mainly interested in fundamentals of artificial. Because suppose for the first time we are going to utilize the online course for learning AI, fundamentals of art. And this is from Dr. Hazarika, the very popular course. Yeah. Professor M. Hazarika from IIT Guwahati, very, very popular course it is. You can see 1780 learners are already enrolled. And beauty of this course is this is an AICTE approved faculty development program course. What it means that if a person, a teacher or a learner has undergone this course and he is a teacher in AICTE approved institute, technical institute, then this particular course of 3 credits can be treated as an faculty development program course and can be utilized for promotional purposes. The exam date is 26th October 2024. It is, I think, upcoming course. It is start date is 22nd July, end date is 11 October. So live it is, and I suppose I would suggest all of you that if you are interested in and little bit science background or mathematics background, prerequisite is basic course in probability and linear algebra. And this gives you very nice background confidence it will develop for artificial intelligence. If you are altogether new to, please remember that computer science engineering is not the only domain where artificial intelligence is to be learned. AI is available to all those human beings who possess natural intelligence. डोंट बी अंडर इम्प्रेशन के ओ मैं तो यार हिंदी लैंग्वेज वाला हूँ और मैं तो मराठी लैंग्वेज वाला हूँ या फिर मैं तो सोशल साइंस वाला हूँ होम साइंस हूँ और एनीथिंग अंडरस्टैंड एआई हैज टच्ड ईच एंड एवरी एरिया रेसिपी कुकिंग रेसिपी मेहंदी डिजाइन गारमेंट डिजाइन फैशन डिजाइन you name and AI has enrolled. So learning to use AI, it is better to get equipped with some background. And I suppose this is the best opportunity available today on 12th of June 2024 when we are sharing our experience about various MOOCs and SWAYAM courses. And during this course of our talk, fundamentals of AI comes to be known as a course starting from 22nd July, 29 July, it is ending the enrollment. Exam is going to handle on 16th of August and end of registration 16th August and exam will be conducted on 26th of October. So from today or maybe from 2nd July, if you can see, August, September, October. Almost 3 months time you get from 22nd July to 22nd October. 3 months full time, full semester you get. And completing this course with 3 credit points and substituting it for your FDP also. इससे अच्छा क्या हो सकता है? What can be a better alternative for such kind of thing? And understand, please understand, anyone who has got, and this man, you see here, again, I have selected only celebrities from these areas, from my experience. Professor You see what his background. He is mechanical engineer, and he leads a biometric robotics and AI lab. His research interest is in rehabilitation robotics. टर्मिनेटर देखा होगा आप, robot. That is rehabilitation robotics. This translates into interest in AI, biometric robotics, and robotic neurohabilitation. Prior to joining IIT Guwahati, he was with Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Tezpur University. But that is the background. This certificate course talks about to get the criteria 75% of the proctored certificate exam and 25% assignment. You will be eligible for a certificate only if average assignment score is 10 out of 25 and exam score is 30 out of 75. If one of the two criteria is not met, you will not get the certificate even if the final score is more than one. This is the criteria. And you get it. Don't worry. If you are honest with yourself, I don't say you should be honest with your course and all. One should be honest with himself or herself whenever you are embarking on any task. For example, when you are attending this lecture, my lecture, be honest with yourself. To whom you are cheating? Why you should not cheat yourself? I know what people do. They start this lecture on mobile, switch it on. Voice is also listened, video is also running, and they roam around here and there. Be honest with ourselves. One should be honest with yourself, oneself. Coming back to no bhashan, but just as a moral teacher, as a teacher, we have a responsibility to pass on ethical values to our next generations. Because teachers have much more responsibility as compared to any other profession. When I look at, we have Guru Purnima. In our culture, we celebrate Teachers' Day. We celebrate Guru Purnima. And there we talk about ethics and values which are expected out of a teacher. So first and foremost trait of a teacher should be being honest with oneself. Otherwise, your pupil, your students will lose faith in you. That should not. Coming back. So this is one of the courses on AI, very popular course. Now I will speak on how to integrate these MOOCs with curriculum. 3 typical type of courses I have shown you, which are available on SWAYAM platform. Likewise, 5,000 plus courses are available. And I will show you other MOOCs platform where like Coursera and edX, including SWAYAM, how those courses are available and how they are being utilized all across the globe. In 2016, UGC as well as AICT, both of them came with regulations. It is a UGC regulation as well as AICT regulation. 1 month after year there, both of them came out that how these SWAYAM courses should be integrated with the curriculum, whether it is science, arts, commerce, engineering, technology, anything. And there we came up with what is known as choice-based credit system, CBCS. That is very much part of our national education policy, NEP 2020, that we must have a choice-based credit system, multi-entry, multi-exit system, and interdisciplinary courses, multidisciplinary courses. And for all this, MOOCs and SWAYAM platform are the very encouraging platform available to anyone, anytime, anywhere. So How to integrate MOOCs with curriculum? MOOCs, a boundaryless educational space. Very nicely said. Boundaryless educational space. Stand for MOOCs M massive. That means large number of enrollments. Huge number of enrollments. There is no boundary. How many students can enroll? Normally in the class, in a college, in a branch, we have intake of 60, intake of 80, had the most intake of 120, and so on. Here it is large enrollments, massive, open, no mandatory qualification, open to all. Not only qualification wise, age wise, area wise, language wise, background wise, rural, urban, caste, creed, religion, no boundary, open to all, human. It is available to anyone who is interested in learning, human being. Massive, large enrollment, open, no mandatory qualification, open to all, online. It is fully online, starting from registration to learning to lectures to assignment submission, discussion to evaluation to examination and final evaluation. Everything is online. Nowhere you will be physically moving to here and there, fully online. And courses. Course means it is structured course content. It's not haphazard. As we learn in our syllabus, through our syllabus, these are the units, these are the topics, these are the lessons. That way, these courses are structured, their contents are structured, and they are prepared by highly qualified and expert in their fields teachers from premium institutes like IITs, IIMs, central universities, NIITs, then in this ISAR, and so on. They are prepared. Then technical teachers training institutes, all these are involved, and very good or very those who rank in NIRF ranking first 100, first 50 institutes. Those are the faculty members from those who are preparing these MOOCs and SWAM courses in Indian context. MOOC is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. The basic philosophy of MOOC is 3 A's. Simply remember: anyone, anytime, anywhere. Anyone, anytime, anywhere. Actually, it should be 4 A's. Any course, anything, anyone, anytime, anywhere. There is no time barrier. There is no space, place barrier, geographical barrier, and there is no personal barrier, and there is no course barrier also. Obviously, wherever you are interested in, I consider that why a MBBS student should not be interested in learning biomedical engineering. So there should not be, because on this side he is on medical, on this medicine side, on either side he is on engineering. So why he should not be allowed? Or for that matter, I say, why an engineer should not be allowed to learn drama, play? You see so many engineers. There is no monopoly, yes. Harsha Bhogle, commentator, MBA from IIM, BTech from IIT, engineering management background, and going into the commentary. That is what learning means. Anyone, anytime, anywhere should be able to learn and practice. Yeah, coming back to. So MOOCs is massively open online courses available to anyone, anytime, anywhere. With this philosophy, when we look at UGC, AICT credit framework for online learning courses through SWAYAM. This was the regulation which I was talking about. This is the regulation which came up in the year 2016, both UGC and AICT, that talks about credit framework. Because just doing the course and earning the credit will not be useful unless they are placed onto your record. So this regulation, and understand, when we say it is a regulation, it is not simply a guideline. I do not know how many of you people understand the meaning of this regulation. Just little bit I will tell you. UGC is a body corporate established under the Act, UGC Act of 1956. That is the Central Government Act, Parliament Act of Parliament. UGC Act of 1956 is the Act of Parliament. Through that, whatever regulations are promulgated by UGC under that act, they are supposed to be, and they are actually placed before both the houses of Parliament. Means UGC regulations, once they are gazette notified, they are tabled before Parliament, Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. Very similar when we talk about AICT regulations. So remember that UGC regulation of your 6th pay, 7th pay, ये ज़्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. UGC regulation, there is a UGC regulation on the basis of which your 7th pay has been implemented by the state government and then by the particular university. Similar to AICT का 6th pay और 7th pay का regulation है. 7th pay regulation from AICT, I belong to that area. So I can tell you AICT 7th pay regulation is promulgated by Gazette notification 2019, 1st March 2019. And those regulations are placed before Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, tabled before Parliament under section 24 of the AICT Act 1987. अंडरस्टैंड, ये चीज तो बहुत फास्ट समझ में आती है टीचर्स के. ये चीज बहुत समझ, बिकॉज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड विद सैलरी है ना, वर्कलोड है. AICT and UGC, they have come up. If you belong to UGC course college, then you are governed by UGC guidelines, regulations. You belong to technical institute, then you are governed by AICT. If you belong to teaching, so NCTE, National Council for Teachers Education. So likewise, there are councils which are by Act of Parliament. So any regulation which is framed by that particular council under the Act, they are placed before the Parliament, both the houses of Parliament. What is the significance of this? Any regulation of AICT under section 24 of the AICT Act tabled before Parliament by Ministry of Education. Earlier it was MHRD, now it is Ministry of Education, central government. They are placed before tabled before the Parliament. That becomes a subordinate legislation. समझ में आया? It becomes a law. So any state university, any state government, any state university, or any university for that matter, all over the country, it becomes binding on them. उनको या तो वो वैसे के वैसे अडॉप्ट करना है या फिर उसको इम्प्रूव्ड वर्जन अडॉप्ट करना, उससे नीचे नहीं कर सकते आप. So they become the subordinate legislation. In legal parlance, this is known as legislative power of the particular council through Ministry of Education, so that what all regulations, so that way ये UGC और AICT का रेगुलेशन मेरे पास में अभी डेटा नहीं है, अदरवाइज नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि ये UGC AICT का रेगुलेशन 2016 ये पार्लियामेंट में कौन से सेशन में प्रेजेंट हुआ है, टेबल्ड हुआ है, एंड द मूवमेंट इट इज प्लेस बिफोर पार्लियामेंट, बोथ लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा. लोकसभा में 1 हफ्ते पहले होता है, 1 हफ्ते बाद राज्यसभा में जाता है, एंड वंस इट इज टेबल्ड बिफोर लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा, इट बिकम्स ए लॉ. it becomes binding on all those to whom it is applicable. So one cannot say कि sir वो loop तो मेरे को applicable नहीं हुआ. It has been applicable. These are the things which are to be understood as a faculty, as a teacher, as a sensible citizen. कि कौन सा रेगुलेशन जब पार्लियामेंट में पास हो जाता है तो इट बिकम्स एन सबऑर्डिनेट लेजिस्लेशन, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इट इज अप्लीकेबल. इट बिकम्स अप्लीकेबल. कोई ये नहीं बोल सकता है. देखिए इनकम टैक्स जैसे ही बजट होता है और वहां पे इनकम टैक्स के अंदर मॉडिफिकेशन होता है, दैट इज प्लेस बिफोर द पार्लियामेंट. लोकसभा और राज्यसभा में बजट डिस्कस होने के बाद में व्हाट एवर रेगुलेशन कम आउट, दैट बिकम्स द लॉ. और वो इनकम टैक्स का जो कंसेशन अपने को वो पर्टिकुलर ईयर में पार्लियामेंट में वो फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर डिक्लेयर करते हैं, दैट इज इमीडिएटली अप्लीकेबल फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट असेसमेंट ईयर. वहां पे तो हम कहीं बोलते नहीं है कि सर यहाँ पे इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए किसी ने डिक्लेयर नहीं किया. इट इज द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस विच हैज प्लेस टेबल दैट, और वो द मोमेंट इट हैज बीन अप्रूव्ड बाय पार्लियामेंट इट बिकम्स ए लॉ, इट बिकम्स अप्लीकेबल. ऐसे ही अपने सब रेगुलेशन है. सो कमिंग टू AICTE regulations on UGC AICTE regulation, it is for creative framework for online courses through SWAM regulation 2016. इसमें क्या हुआ है, issued in July and August 2016. UGC regulation came in the month of July 2016. AICTE regulation immediately after, next month, August 2016. What it is that online learning courses will be available on SWAM. ये क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क का वन पार्ट है. क्या देयर शुड बी मेड अवेलेबल online learning courses to the learner through SWAM. This is part of this credit framework. Then SWAM will be notifying to, there was a committee, SWAM committee under UGC, under Ministry of Education. There was a SWAM council or committee which is still active, and it is the responsibility of the SWAM to notify the courses. First responsibility है, online courses should be prepared and made available. Then notifying SWAM to notify courses on June and November every year, as you could see earlier. अभी आपको मैंने जो डेमो दिया आहे, आता मी जे आपल्याला डेमो दिलेले आहे 3 कोर्सेसचे, त्यामधून ते एज्युकेशनल टेक्नॉलॉजी and AI, both of these courses are notified by SWAM, and they will be available from July onwards. So every year these courses are going to be notified in the month of June and November, semester wise. Third, once a student is enrolling, completing the course, appearing for exam and certified and gets the credit, then those credits will be effectively transferred to the mark list or grade card of the student by that university. So credit transfer takes place. So steps क्या है इसमें credit framework में? Learning courses will be made available. SWAM will notify which are the courses available in this semester. So while your students is undergoing July to December semester, regular course at the university or at the college, parallel to that, he or she can register for this notified courses of his or her choice in consultation with a mentor at the college level. Don't get scared कि अरे सर ये सब ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल कर दिया तो फिर मैं एज ए टीचर मेरा क्या होगा? यू आर रिक्वायर्ड वेरी मच देयर. यहाँ पे रिट्रेंचमेंट नहीं होने वाला है. आई वॉज द मेंबर ऑफ दिस कमिटी एट अमरावती यूनिवर्सिटी, एज अंकित हैज told in during my introduction. I was chairman of the committee which implemented the integration of curriculum with MOOCs and SWAM courses at Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. So both for UG as well as UGC as well as AICTE courses. In those days, it was 20% of the courses could be taken. Now, recently, 2023, I found that there is a notification from UGC and AICTE both that students are allowed to undergo 40% of the courses from their curriculum under choice-based credit system through SWAM and MOOCs courses. So there was apprehension that time also and this time also among the teachers. Okay, sir, 40% courses are taken by MOOCs and SWAM, the MOOC and SWAM by the students. तो फिर हम teachers and professors हमारा क्या होगा? You are very much required there. उससे load कम नहीं होता है. Workload remains same. Whatever course a student is undergoing through SWAM and MOOC, that will be the workload counted for the teachers, because through you as a mentor, he has to register. He cannot register alone. He has to register along with the mentor. So mentor, you will be the teacher. So credit transfer courses after successful completion, वो आपको information pass करेगा कि सर मेरा ये course complete हो गया. I got these 3 credit courses in environmental sciences. Environmental science, very common. Second year में all across the country, there is a compulsion course of environmental studies. वो course उसने अगर online स्वयं से attend किया, so very well he can credit transfer that. So regular course of environmental studies from the university, he need not to take up. It is substituted by SWAM course. So this is. So there is no retrenchment of the teachers. There is no reduction in workload. Please understand that. Choice of courses. Up to 20% courses in a program can be on SWAM. Now, as per new regulation 2023, it can be 40% of the courses. So this is the general gist of how AICTE or UGC credit framework for online learning courses through SWAM work. Having this idea, this is the gist of that what I just now told you. Online learning courses to be made available on SWAM. Notification to notify courses every June and November. Then during July to December, the student learner will undergo the courses, study, then assignment submission, then assessment, then examination, then evaluation, then certification, and then credit. Once those credits are available, then this credit transfer would take place at the end of the semester. December May, your first semester exam is over. At that time, whatever credits he has earned through SWAM and MOOCs, they will be transferred and they will be reflected on his or her mark list. I come to that question कि सर अगर वो फेल हो जाता है तो very similar, he can reappear for exam and all those facilities are available. Choice of courses up to 20%, up to 40%. So how to adopt MOOC for credit transfer? Because this is the main. Student register कर लेता है. As a mentor, you support him throughout his course. He submits the assignment. He gets assessed. He gets internal marks. Those things. Then he appears for exam. He is examined. He gets credit. And then comes how MOOC can be adapted for credit transfer. The step-by-step guide is this. क्या होगा? Which every university has to do it. Step-by-step procedure to be adopted by universities for adopting MOOCs on SWAM. And this has been made compulsory across the country by UGC or AICTE or the respective councils. उसमें पहला step क्या है? Universities through their competent authorities like Management Council, Academic Council and Board of Studies should make amendments in their ordinances, rules and regulations to incorporate the provisions for transfer of credits for MOOCs as per UGC AICTE regulations. Understand, यहाँ पे जो legal चीज दिखाई दे रही है आपको, it is ordinance, which is a legislation, subordinate legislation by the university. Rules and regulations, they are all subordinate legislations which are amended, mapping the requirement of UGC or AICTE regulations 2016 or amended one 2023. So this is the first step. It is the responsibility. So at everyone, at Sant Gadge Baba University, I know that 2021 we adapted this MOOC SWAM courses, and choice-based credit system. Choice-based credit system. To whatever way it was possible in those days. Over the period of time, amendments are taking place. How MOOCs can be more strengthened into the courses. But initially, through board of studies, through academic council, and through management council, we had a workshop. It was all credit goes to our beloved late Dr. Malkhede sir, Dilip Malkhede sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor that time, who initiated the idea of amending these ordinances, rules, regulation to incorporate choice-based credit system. So we had one-day workshop all across 70 places in the university, catering to 10,000 teachers who have been trained from who were the either member of faculty, they were member of management council, academic council, board of studies, or teachers all across the university, across all the faculty of arts, commerce, science, interdisciplinary, faculty of science and technology, and faculty of interdisciplinary, all these faculties, and 10,000 faculty members we have trained to align with this NEP 2020 and choice-based credit system, incorporating MOOCs and SWAYAM Fair for choices. So I was also one of the training the trainer program attended at addressed at Shivaji Education Society's College of Engineering and Technology, Akola, where 113 teachers we have trained, all belonging to law, education, and arts. So we made that arrangement with the Sant Gadage Baba Amravati University. So this is one, making the amendment. Once these amendments are over, step 2, select the courses. The university shall select, Board of Studies, select the courses to be permitted for credit transfer through SWAYAM. So in every Board of Studies will identify in every semester what all courses are offered by SWAYAM. From the history we can see what courses will be offered in this semester, for first semester, third semester, fifth semester, seventh semester, or ninth semester if it is a 5 years course. And those courses will be identified by a Board of Studies, and they will be selected to be offered or to be permitted for credit transfer through SWAYAM. So that is the second step, which is again to be done by Board of Studies, and they will be then announced to the by the university to the students all across the affiliated colleges and department. Step third, designate, most important, designate the course coordinator. Once they have been selected, they will be identified by Board of Studies, and they have been floated to the colleges, all the affiliated colleges and department. Then individual college, individual department's head of the institution is responsible to university to designate a course coordinator or facilitator to guide the students throughout the course and to facilitate and conduct the lab practical sessions or examination, whatever. Get it? So there is no retrenchment. जो आपके दिल में डर है कि सर मेरा क्या होगा, nothing will happen. It is better in fact. So step 3, designate course coordinator. Step 4 talks about disseminate the information. The university should widely disseminate information about selected courses through faculty members, notice boards, student forum, workshop, and website, that these are the courses being offered in this semester for these courses, and these are the coordinators or facilitators available at your college. With this, students should be encouraged to register. So, university to facilitate registration of the student mandatorily for the MOOCs courses. यहाँ पे this word mandatorily is very important. Looking at the local difficulties, yes, there are some teething trouble initially. but they are not always. They can be very well removed, and they are. So it is the responsibility of the universities to see that with whatever good intentions these regulations have been framed, they should be disseminating the knowledge to the learner जो उनका हक है, उनका अधिकार है. We cannot as a mediator deprive them by putting hurdle into this. Regulations है, subordinate legislation है, mandatory है. So it is a responsibility of the university to facilitate. And who is university? We are the university. Somewhere or other, we must take proactive role because we are teachers. We are having ethical and moral responsibility. Just getting salary and called as a professor, associate professor, assistant professor is not sufficient. ये तो एक भाग हो गया है. But as a teaching ethics, our first and foremost responsibility as a teacher is to facilitate dissemination of information, dissemination of knowledge to the new generation. अभी टाइम नहीं है, otherwise I would have told you a story which my guru at IIT Bombay, Dr. D.B. Patak, shared with me कि what responsibility a teacher has on their shoulder. Jokingly आप बोलते हो ना कि if you cannot do anything, teach. बोला जाता है ना कि if you cannot do anything, teach. कुछ नहीं कर सकते तो पढ़ाओ. If you cannot teach, then teach the teachers how to teach. अगर पढ़ा भी नहीं सकते तो फिर टीचर को पढ़ाओ कि कैसे पढ़ाना. And if you cannot do that, go to politics. Jokingly ऐसा बोला जाता है कि if you cannot do anything, teach. If you cannot teach, teach the teachers how to teach. And if even if you could not do that, go to politics and spoil the nation. But as a teacher, when you come, you are not spoiling the nation. You are spoiling the generation if you are not ethically doing the things which you are having responsibility or duty as a teacher. We will be not spoiling the nation. A dirty politician may spoil the nation, but a teacher who is not ethically bound to his profession will spoil the generations. ये responsibility है. And these are the words which are shared by my guru with me long back when I was at IIT Mumbai, discussing something with my guru, Dr. Deepak Patak. I asked him, sir, in our culture, in Indian culture, why teachers are given so much of noble status? Where he said, "Ke Ali, it is the teacher who is going to shape the generation." Otherwise, मुझे बताइए कि बिल्ली को कैसे मालूम कि कुत्ता उसका दुश्मन है? Who taught that kitten that dog is its enemy? Or to a mouse, who taught that cat is its enemy? This is by genetics. If you go by the same logic, then एक डॉक्टर के घर में डॉक्टर ही पैदा होना चाहिए. एक टीचर के घर में बाय डिफॉल्ट टीचर ही पैदा होना चाहिए. It doesn't. Who is responsible for transferring the knowledge from one generation to another? It is not the genetic. It is the teacher. And that is the responsibility we are in. Please, my deep apology if I am not here to hurt anyone's feelings, but sometimes or other, as a teacher, we look at our profession and such kind of facilities through regulations, they are coming from the national education policies, or they are coming from our constitutional institution like UGC or AICT. They are the institution who are custodian of the constitution to serve the purpose. Education is one of the fundamental right to education. RT किया ना आपने. So to facilitate that, it is the responsibility of central as well as state government to provide the facility, and for that they are promulgating the regulations. वो रेगुलेशन जब यूनिवर्सिटी पे आते हैं या अपने ऊपर आते हैं, दैट टाइम आई फाइंड देयर इज अ इनर्शिया. People are unnecessarily apprehensive. I mean, the technology is changing. As the things are changing, we have to keep pace with the technology. Otherwise, Nokia जैसा हो जाता है. If you cannot keep pace with the technology, Nokia went into dead because they did not keep pace with the changing technology. ऐसे ही as a teacher, it is our moral and ethical responsibility when such kind of regulations are there for MOOCs and SWAYAM courses to be integrated with curriculum, and university is required to facilitate the registration of students mandatorily. ये mandatorily करने के लिए our ethics come in picture, and for that reason, because of that one word mandatorily only, I spoke for so much of time on this ethical issue. But that I feel that as a responsible teacher, it is my responsibility to pass on at least these ethical values to my next generation. I am not here to hurt anyone's feelings. I know that better said than done. But please understand. And coming back to next stage course, because when we say there is university, who is university? We are the university. We are the university. Same thing what Dr. Dilip Palkhede, we lost him out of cancer. We lost him during his tenure only. Dr. Dilip Palkhede, earlier he was at AICT Advisor 1, and then he joined, so we were lucky and very, what you call as fortunate to have a personality like Dr. Dilip Malkhede as our Vice Chancellor for some time. But because of some health issues, he was suffering from cancer, and then he lost his life. But it was a huge loss. Otherwise, Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University would have got a different status. Maybe other followers, they are fortunately. I must mention here that current Dr. Barhate, who is our current Vice Chancellor, he is carrying the same legacy as forwarded by Honorable Dr. Dilip Malkhede. My sincere homage to Dr. Dilip Malkhede, as I remembered him today. Coming back to, so he was instrumental in facilitating the registration of, so that is how we incorporated that into our board of studies and everywhere. Fifth step is course registration. Next is, once course registration is over, evaluation. The host institution means the course which is offered by particular institute like IIT or where from that course is offered. Just now we have seen one of the courses comes from IIT Guwahati, another course comes from University of Law, another course comes from Jamia Millia. So those are the host institution. So the host institution shall evaluate the student register for MOOC courses. Then the university shall incorporate the marks and grades communicated by the host institute in the final mark sheet of the student, which counts for the award of degree diploma. However, the university shall evaluate the students for the practical and lab component and incorporate these marks or grades in the overall mark sheet of the students. So this is the seventh step. Then most important goes as a certificate. Step 8. On receipt of MOOCs completion certificate, the university shall give equivalent credit weight up to 20%, now up to 40% for the credit earned through SWAYAM. What it means that suppose a course, total course duration is 3 years, and that 3-year course is just, for example, total credit course is of 160 credits, then 40%. Now 40% means 64 credits. 160 can be 40% out of the whole course can be taken through MOOCs and SWAM. So step-by-step procedure to be adopted by the university for adopting MOOCs on SWAM. The final warning which appears in the regulation, that is the reason initially I emphasize that what is the significance of that regulation of UGC ICT. It is a subordinate legislation, and because of that regulation being tabled before parliament, it has force of law. So no university shall deny to accept the transfer of credits earned through the MOOCs courses. Any students who has earned credits through MOOCs courses, they have to be accepted by the university. And that is the reason changes into management council, by management council, academic council, or board of studies into the ordinances, regulations, and statutes. Now, little bit we will look at fast because like 15 minutes remaining. I will finish by 3 o'clock because we have to finish by 90 minutes. Just within 10 minutes, I will wind up. So growth of MOOCs, you can look at just a motivation for us. 950 universities all across the globe. 950 plus universities all across the globe. 19,400 plus courses. 220 million students. Here is how the top MOOC providers look in terms of users and offerings. सब में पहले आता है Coursera from Stanford University. 97 million learner. 6,000 courses. What is the meaning of this micro credential and degrees is that Coursera through Stanford University, not only they offer these 6,000 courses, but group of courses they can be utilized for awarding the certificate and diplomas which is recognized in industry, awarding the degrees which are recognized in industry, in academia. SWAM के और MOOCs के courses, neither they are, certificate is provided, but those are to be formally recognized by the university. So degree is not given by SWAM courses or by SWAM or not the certificates. Credit certificate is given, completion certificate is given, but जो डिप्लोमा मिलता है उस तरह का माइक्रो क्रेडेंशियल एंड डिग्री बाय स्वयं इज नॉट पॉसिबल. कोर्सेरा में पॉसिबल. 34 डिग्रीज दे हैव. उसमें लॉ की भी डिग्री है, उसमें मैनेजमेंट की डिग्री है, उसमें इसकी है इंजीनियरिंग की MCA टाइप कोर्सेज आर देयर, एंड लॉ देन आर्ट्स एंड साइंस के भी वेयर दे आर प्रैक्टिकल्स ऑनलाइन वर्चुअल लेबोरेटरी पर प्रैक्टिकल भी लेते हैं, बट द कोर्सेज आर डिग्रीज आर वेरी वेरी कॉस्टली. I tried to register for one of the courses, one subject on operating system. I wanted to register on operating system as one of the subject. In Indian rupees, it is, I think, somewhere in 2000. आज से 10 साल पहले की बात है. That time Coursera was charging 80,000, 80,000 रुपए, one subject. जो उस जमाने में 1 साल की इंजीनियरिंग की फीस थी अच्छे कॉलेज की. You can understand. Through SWAM, what free we are getting, we unfortunately, कोई skeptical thinking नहीं है मेरा, लेकिन normally कैसा होता है कि जो freely available रहती है, we take it for granted. Air, water, किसी ने सोचा था 35 साल पहले पानी बिकेगा? Water like thing we are selling. Air polluted, oxygen बिक रही है, because free things available, pollute कर दिया. वैल्यू नहीं है. Coming back to SWAM is also free. So we think only for examination the candidate has to pay the fees. edX में there are 42 million learners, 3550 3550 courses are there, 480 उसके डिप्लोमा कोर्सेज है, 13 जो है 13 डिग्री कोर्सेज. फ्यूचर लर्न इज अनदर MOOC प्रोवाइडर. 17 million 1400 कोर्सेज है, 180 डिप्लोमा कोर्सेज है, 22 डिग्री कोर्सेज है. Whereas coming to SWAM, our MOOC platform in India, our counterpart is this SWAM, 22 million learners. 1 million goes to 10 lakh rupees, 10 lakh. So courses 1465. ये तो 2021 का है. अगर का आपका देखेंगे, आज का देखेंगे, it will go long more than that. It must be around now 5000 courses are there and micro credential और ये डिग्री नहीं है. लुक एट फास्ट देखते हैं अपने इसमें. लर्न विदाउट लिमिट्स, ये कोर्सेरा का वेबसाइट है. सो दैट एक बार आपने उसको देख लिया तो देन यू गेट नोन टू सीज टू बिलीव कि यस यस इट इज एग्जिस्टिंग, कोर्सेरा इज एग्जिस्टिंग. और यहाँ पे क्या देता है, ओपन यूर डोर्स टू मोर विद वर्ल्ड क्लास प्रोफेशनल सर्टिफिकेट एंड डिग्रीज. ज्वाइन फॉर फ्री, ज्वाइनिंग फ्री है. बाद में आप कोई कोर्स अटेंड करते हो और उसको सर्टिफिकेशन के लिए जाते हो तो देन यू टू पे. सो वी कोलैबोरेट 200 प्लस लीडिंग यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड कंपनीज. यूनिवर्सिटीज में आप देख सकते हैं इवन IIT बॉम्बे इज वन ऑफ द पार्टनर ऑफ दिस कोर्सेरा along with this Google, Stanford universities, IBM, Michigan, and so on. Another is edX, star learning from the world's best institution. At the time this snapshot, that day, कितने 4,79,000, 4 lakh, around 4,80,000 students were learning at that time, point of time. Future Learn, एक्सपर्ट टीचिंग डिलीवर्ड बाय वर्ल्ड क्लास यूनिवर्सिटी एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. यहाँ पे भी मिचिगन भी है, इसमें इंडस्ट्री एक्सेंचुअर है, मोनाश यूनिवर्सिटी, देन ब्रिटिश काउंसिल, किंग्स कॉलेज लंदन, द ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी, जॉन हॉपकिंस. comes us our very own e-पाठशाला, ट्रेजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. ट्रेजर है, खजाना है, खजाना. आप जाओगे यहाँ पे लिटरली यू गो मैड. इतना इंफॉर्मेशन है. ई पीजी पाठशाला पे एक बार जाके देखिए आप, यू विल फाइंड दैट लाइफ कम पड़ती. 20,000 प्लस तो टेक्स्ट बुक्स अवेलेबल है, ई टेक्स्ट बुक है. इधर उधर ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं, वहां जाइए आप. यू हैव 19,000 प्लस वीडियोस, 3,200 plus experts online available anytime you can interact with them. Ready-made 30,000 plus quizzes, various subjects, and 70 to 723 subjects है और 723 papers. जो दे सकते आप ई पाठशाला, बिकॉज दे आर कन्फाइनिंग टू पीजी. इसलिए यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा सब्जेक्ट आपको लिमिटेड दिखाई देंगे बिकॉज दे आर फॉर पीजी. बट देन वर्थ टुडे, इफ यू वांट टू रियली एनकैश आवर डिस्कशन, आई वुड सजेस्ट कि स्वयं के प्लेटफॉर्म पे एक बार जाके वहाँ थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर कीजिए आप, और उसके साथ साथ ये ई पीजी पाठशाला पे एक्सप्लोर कीजिए. यू विल फाइंड ट्रेजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ट्रेजर ऑफ नॉलेज. इसमें बेस्ट ये हो सकता है विच आई फॉलो. कोई शेयरिंग एज ए टीचर, आई डोंट हाइड माई सीक्रेट, देयर इज नथिंग सीक्रेट, माई सीक्रेट्स आर ओपन. कि आपको आपका कोर्स कंटेंट प्रिपेयर करना है, लेसन प्लान प्रिपेयर करना है, आपके पीपीटी तैयार करना है कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग टू द कंटेंट ऑफ योर सिलेबस। वो सिलेबस कंटेंट आप चैट जीपीटी को दीजिए, उसके पास से पीपीटी कैसी तैयार होती है वो लीजिए, और वो पीपीटीज को यहाँ पे अवेलेबल वीडियोस या यहाँ पे अवेलेबल टेक्स्ट बुक, यहाँ पे अवेलेबल जो पीपीटीज है उनके साथ में मैश अप कीजिए, एंड यू प्रिपेयर ए वेरी कस्टमाइज कोर्स बिलोंगिंग टू यू। एज ए रिसर्चर हमने क्या किया है, वी हैव रिसर्च्ड इनटू द अवेलेबल लिटरेचर रिव्यू सर्वे, और वहां से एक्सट्रैक्ट करके वी हैव come out with some innovative new idea. So as a teacher, every time you are planning a lesson, please understand, indirectly आप क्या करते हो? As a teacher, when you are planning a lesson by referring to several textbooks, several reference books, and then preparing your notes, you are innovating something new way of presenting the material. उसके लिए ये अवेलेबल प्लेटफॉर्म आपको बहुत हेल्प करते हैं। द मेथड विच आई फॉलो, आई नाउ गॉन आर द डेज। अभी देखिए, देयर इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन डूइंग स्मार्ट वर्क एंड हार्ड वर्क। Hard work is nowadays replaced by smart work because we are in the smart area era। स्मार्ट ईरा में है अपन, एआई की ईरा में चल रहे हैं हम। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का टूल हमको यूज करते आना चाहिए, अदरवाइज हार्ड वर्क को दूसरा जो टर्म है वो आपको खुद ही मालूम है, आई नीड नॉट टू utter that word, but hard work is very much replaced by smart work। चलिए, स्वयं ये तो मैं आपको दिखा चुका हूँ, यहाँ पे जाके आप कोर्सेज देखिए। समटाइम्स यहाँ पे AICT है, CEC है, इग्नू है, IIM भी है, NCERT है, ओपन स्कूलिंग है, NITTR है, NPTEL है, UGC, all these are the national coordinators who are working for providing good quality material। एक और चीज जाते जाते आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर विद यू कि स्वयं एंड मूक्स प्लेटफॉर्म इन इंडिया नाउ, they have opened preparation of these MOOC courses to the faculty all across the country. If your institute is NAC accredited, your deemed university, or it is in good NIRF ranking, then that faculty can contribute to MOOCs and SWAYAM course। अगर आपने who are senior people, those who are going for अंडर 7th पे, अगर आप 10 साल का प्रोफेसर का एक्सपीरियंस है आपको, देन यू आर एलिजिबल टू माइग्रेट टू द स्केल ऑफ सीनियर प्रोफेसर। देयर इज अ डेसिग्नेशन सीनियर प्रोफेसर, इट इज ओनली बाय प्रोमोशन। और टेक्निकल इसमें और यूजीसी में भी, वेदर यू बिलोंग टू ए प्राइवेट सेल्फ फाइनेंसिंग कॉलेज और अदरवाइज, द प्रोमोशन इज बाय the committee which is headed by honorable vice chancellor of that university। So senior professor के लिए to become eligible, one of the conditions is that either you should have been granted one patent, एक पेटेंट होना चाहिए आपके पास, और you would have developed one MOOC course। आपका स्वयं प्लेटफॉर्म पे एक MOOC का कोर्स अगर चल रहा है, so that is one of the condition you have satisfied for promotion under career advancement scheme from professor to senior professor। स्केल में बहुत चेंज है, यहाँ पे लेवल 15 पे जाते हो आप, सीनियर प्रोफेसर विल बी प्लेस्ड इनटू लेवल 15। उसकी कंडीशन 3 जो है वो है 10 years ऑफ प्रोफेसर एक्सपीरियंस, 2 candidates must be awarded PhD, and third, either one patent granted or one MOOC courses. So this is also another motivation for senior people like me. फिर स्वयं का NPTEL है, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. This was by IITs, particularly taken care of by IIT Madras. You can see here 26 partnering institutes, 4194 completed courses. Now they are 5,000, and these many crores of students are exam and these are the successful certification. This is worth looking at. आप लैब सेशन में इस पे जाके देखिए. This is very good NPTEL video. It is possible for your college to become an NPTEL chapter. Like we opened this chapter long back in 2016. Professor Ram Meghe College of Engineering and Management, Badnera, we opened this NPTEL chapter. Every year, around 500 students and faculty, every semester, around 400 to 500 students and faculty, they register for these NPTEL courses at this chapter, and out of them, either some of them go for exam or they simply had an audit course learning for purposes. Dr. Supriya Bejalwar, who is our college librarian, is the SPOC single point of contact, who is the coordinator, and she has been actually awarded with the best, what you call as best SPOC award. This is one of the active SPOC award certificates she received. This is one of the students from electronics and telecommunication who went for introduction to fluid mechanics as a course. It is 3-credit course, and the candidate passed out with 48%. It was conducted in January to April 2019. It was a 12-week course, and sorry. एक minute. This was one course. Then the same candidate underwent Python for data science with 71% marks. He passed. It was a 4-week course, and proctor exam. It carried only 1 credit, and this was during COVID-19 impacted January 2020 semester. That has been very specifically mentioned there. Then one of our faculty members, who is now doctorate, Dr. Mirza, he completed introduction to research with 86%. So he got elite silver. You can see this silver, elite silver certificate. August 2019. It was from IIT Madras. Then Madam herself, she is teaching communication skill at Engineering College. So she did one course in technical English for engineers with a score of 92%. It was a 20-hour course, and she got gold elite premium. Likewise, SWAM Arpit online courses are also conducted by, this was conducted by our own university, Sant Gadge Baba Maharaj University, which can be used for cash promotion. Successfully completing the Arpit course for career advancement scheme. This must be available at your end as well. Likewise, the same candidate completed one course from Savitribai Phule, Pune University, again for cash promotion. So these are the facilities available. Lastly, how the credit transfer would take place, what we call as known as academic bank of credit. You observe that this academic bank of credit is by Ministry of Education, Government of India. So they are across the globe transferable. So when a student earns extra credits, your institute or through university, those extra credit will be transferred into his, deposited into his account. Very similar to you deposit money, extra surplus money into your FD. So they are deposited, and that deposit is available when he goes to some other institute for, let us say, PG course, and he finds that some of the courses into some of the subjects into that PG course is already done by him, and those credits are lying with academic bank of credit, ABC में वो पड़े हुए हैं अपना डिपॉजिट. सो वो यहाँ पे क्रेडिट रिडीम कर सकता है. उसका एडवांटेज क्या होगा? सपोज एक सेमिस्टर एमटेक का सेमिस्टर 1 में देयर इज वन कोर्स ऑफ थ्रेडिड कोर्स है, जो वो कैंडिडेट ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे यूजी लेवल पे एक्स्ट्रा कर चुका है, नॉट द क्रेडिट अर्न बाय फॉर गेटिंग द डिग्री. अदर देन दैट 160 क्रेडिट तो डिग्री के लिए चाहिए थे, बट इन एडिशन टू दैट द फेलो कंप्लीटेड अराउंड 10 मोर क्रेडिट्स, मतलब उन्होंने टोटल 170 क्रेडिट कंप्लीट किए, 10 क्रेडिट्स थ्रू मूक स्वयं, and those 10 credits are extra which are lying into ABC. When he comes back here into the new course PG MTech for, and he find that this 10 credits में के 3 क्रेडिट कोर्स ऐसा है कि जो अपन आपने ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, सो यहाँ पे वो रिडीम हो जाएगा, इन द सेंस वो कोर्स से एग्जेम्पशन, वो सब्जेक्ट से उसको एग्जेम्पशन मिल जाएगा. सो दिस वे, एंड स्टूडेंट्स आर, सम ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट्स दे आर एंजॉयिंग इट. अभी जो लेटली 2022 या 23 में पास होके निकले हैं, उनका एकेडमिक क्रेडिट बैंक था. सो व्हेन दे हैव गॉन फॉर पीजी स्टडीज एट वन ऑफ सार्थक होशंगाबाद नाम का मेरा एक का स्टूडेंट है, हु इज एट ईस्टर्न यूनिवर्सिटी यूएसए. तो वहाँ पे उनको यहाँ के कोर्सेज का एग्जाम्पशन मिला है बिकॉज ऑफ दोज क्रेडिट्स. So it is very much in line. So yeah, thank you very much. I think I have exhausted more than the required time. This is 311. 311. Well, the audience alive? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
मुझे लगा सो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This was the post line time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so nice of you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session.
Sir,
the audience,
हाँ, audience
if you have
में
any
किसी को
queries,
कुछ-
please ask. Hello.
Hello?
If you have any specific query, please ask. I am requesting the audience. So I put on record my sincere thanks to Professor Dr. Mir Sadiq Ali for sparing his valuable time and guiding us on this very important issue called MOOCs and SWAYAM. Thank you very much, sir. And
Sir,
with
thank you.
your
In fact,
permission, yes, sir.
thank you to you and all the audiences. I am really thankful for bearing with me. और दूसरा क्या हुआ कि सर वैसे ही I was a little late, half an
Thank you,
hour.
sir.
I was somewhere in
Okay, sir.
other meeting,
Okay, sir.
so could
Thank
not
you,
make it. But then, nevertheless,
Yes, sir.
I am really thankful for all the opportunity you have provided to me, and
you,
in particular to all the audiences for giving me a patient hearing.
Thank you.
Somewhere in between, somewhere a dose of ethics also has come up. वो
Yes,
nature
sir.
है sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I could not resist
Yes.
myself because that
Yes, sir.
area came, and
Thank you, sir.
in between Malkhede साहब की याद आ गई, so I
Yes,
thought that better
Yes,
that
sir.
he
Yes.
initiated this choice-based credit system, and
Yes.
MOOCs and SWAYAM he was very much,
Yes.
as you know,
Yes, sir.
very much instrumental in.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for all
Thank
my
you, sir.
dear participants, and I just request you all participants to carry this message.
Yes.
Okay, let us make this MOOCs and SWAYAM popular among our students and among ourselves so that we can gain as much knowledge as possible. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Close the meeting, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Participants are requested to please be there. We will start the next session. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for responding. We will start with the next session. I don't know how many of you have seen the message on the WhatsApp group, but what I was expecting that I have shared a paper, right? And wherein the paper is basically issued by Niti Aayog, which earlier used to call it as a planning commission, right? They have come up with a very beautiful document on national strategy for AI, right? And the idea was that I think I have shared this on Friday itself, right? And the idea was that you must go through it, okay? And then today we will have some discussion on that, right? That was there on the agenda. Because when I talked about ethics and all research ethics, that time also, and again, I think by the session by Professor Amol Bhagat, okay, there also, I have seen that there were a lot of queries with regard to that is how to curtail or rather how to use AI effectively and so on. And this paper basically talks about a lot of things, okay. I don't know how many of you, just I want your response. How many of you have gone through it? Any?
Partially gone through it, sir.
May I know who is speaking?
This is Alka Savaikar. I'm speaking from Pune, Marathwada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering.
Great, madam.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you have gone through it and
Partially, not completely. Yes.
all right. Because
Yes.
I know the length of the paper, it is around 115 odd pages are there, right?
Yes, yes.
But at least cursory look, you must have gone through various
Yes,
aspects.
just gone through. Yeah, just scan the thing. It
Yeah,
is on
great,
AI
great.
related. Yeah. Yes. The role
Anybody
of it.
else? Anybody else? Because being a coordinator, what I have planned, that is, we will definitely give credit to the assignment which you have submitted, right? That is the Zoom, when we have shared all those, you can say Google form. So you must have submitted responses along with, I wanted to have your reaction on this because this is a hot cake nowadays. Okay, and that's why I feel that I made it compulsory for all of you to go through it. Even if, let's say, if some of you haven't gone through it, any other response who has at least have a cursory look at what is there in the paper?
Yes, sir. I had also gone.
Yes, sir. Your name, please, sir. Your name, sir. Sorry, sir. Please speak loudly. Unmute yourself. Okay. Well, before that, what I'll do, I'll just set the stage for our discussion, right? Because as a matter of fact, actually, again, 4:15, I have a meeting with the Honorable Vice Chancellor. So we'll not be able to little extend this session by 4:15 at max. Okay, we have to close it down, right? So I'll set the stage for discussion. Okay, I'll share some stuff on AI that is which will clear your ideas. That is, there are certain myths and all about AI. So I'll start sharing my screen in 10-15 minutes. I'll sum up certain things and then we will carry out the discussion. Is this okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Sir, in the document, only relating to education is very little part. Rest of all, general AI is there, sir.
No, actually, it covers all the aspects because the government, you see, Niti Aayog, the job is to plan a comprehensive policy, right? It includes healthcare, it includes, you can say, EdTech, it includes smart cities and whatnot, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And it also talks about, you can say, some ethical issues as well, right? So just this is a sort of ice breaking, I should say, right? I hope my screen is visible to you. Okay, let me talk 10-15 minutes and then we'll continue the discussion, right? So whether my screen is visible to you or not?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Visible, sir.
Good. All right. So we'll just try to have a look at what this AI is all about and how it is different from our conventional, you can say, the computing or the hard computing, what we used to call it as, right? So I'll not go, this is what is there in the agenda, but I'll not go into the details of almost everything, but we'll start with the definition of AI, right? So artificial intelligence, basically, it is the study of mechanism that think and act like humans. That is, in simple word, that is how we can mimic the human behavior. Okay, I'll cite some examples. Okay, wherein the AI is nowadays extensively being used. For example, if you look at, you can say your washing machine, or you look at your, even, you can say, driving a automatic car and so on, right? Or your, any gadget, if you look at, people claim that they are all smart in some way or the other. So smart means just like we, as a human being, we take certain decisions, right? So in what way we can make the computers or the machines to think and take decisions, okay, just like human being, right? That is the idea, a very broader picture I have talked about, right? So all these types of systems, they are categorized as intelligent systems, and they possess these four peculiar characteristics, okay? The very first, undoubtedly, intelligence, that is, system must perform meaningful operation, okay? They are capable of interpreting information just like human being, and not only interpreting but comprehending the relations between the phenomena or object. Let's say if I give you the relation between x and y and z, you can very well establish the relation between x and z, right? So just like human being can comprehend the information on the parallel line, these machines are capable of comprehending the information. And once they are trained, okay, so they are basically trained with some standard data set, okay, or maybe some real-time data set or whatever. So they are trained with some data, just to understand in a very, you can say, broader sense, okay. And once they are trained and when they are exposed to some new condition or new data or new situation or scenarios, they are capable of taking decision, right? For example, in your day-to-day classroom, let's say you teach a student with a particular, you write something like A and you ask the student, well, this is A, and two or three times you teach the student. And later on, if you write some later similar to A and ask the student, what the student will do, he or she will try to apply that knowledge, whatever features he has extracted from alphabet A. He will try to apply all those features are there or not, and accordingly he will just try to come up with some of the answers, right? So that is the beauty of these intelligent systems, right? So there are basically two types of model, okay. One conventional approach, what we used to call it as, they deploy mathematical modeling wherein we have black boxes, number crunching is there. I'll not go into the details, but to be very you can say simple and straightforward, there are rule based system as well, wherein we use crisp and bivalent logic. Bivalent logic meaning that either something is true or something is false, okay. The best example is, let's say you have a homeopathy. For homeopathy systems, normally there is a small book. So all those books can be very well embedded into a computer program. Okay, and what do we do? Normally, we ask the patient with a set of symptoms, and accordingly we feed the data. So naturally, it will come up with some or the other answer. Well, the person is suffering from XYZ disease, something like that. So in this case, what happens is the rule basis or the whatever rule you have written, that is the value of symptom is X or value of symptom is Y, whatever. All those rules are there, and you need to search one by one the entire database, and then you come up with some or the other answer. But in this case, what is the problem is, that is, if there is a you are trying to give it to a person wherein you have not fed the you can say the symptoms of that person, that particular disease, it will come out with the answer like, say, no match found, right? So that is the problem with this rule based kind of system. Then what has happened gradually, people started working on what they call it as the soft computing, right? So there are two approaches. As I was talking about the hard computing, it uses symbolic logic, reasoning, and it uses traditional number, say numerical modeling and such, right? So the searching technique deployed in case of hard computing is conventional, right? What we call as you can say the binary search or any bucket search and whatever, right? But in case of soft computing, we use approximate model. Okay, I'll give you what is approximation is all about. Let's say you are driving a car, okay, and you want to overtake a truck which is just in front of you. So what do you do in that case? Whether you get down from the car and then measure the exact amount of space available, and then you take decision whether it is possible to overtake or not, right? So most of our human decisions, we never do this kind of activity, right? Or let's say parking a car, again, you never get down from the car. Okay, what do? You just look at the space and just by approximation, you feel that, well, you can overtake or you can park the car at that particular place. Okay, and then you drive the car and park, or you overtake, whatever. Right. So in our day-to-day life, again, we use approximate reasoning. So on the parallel line, is it possible to deploy the same technique in machines or computers more specifically? Okay, and that is nothing but the software. So in soft computing, it uses functional approximation and randomized search. So we never search the entire database. Okay, randomly we search the database to arrive at a conclusion, right? And the beauty of this soft computing is that it exploits, you can say, multivalent logic. Okay, what they call it as, you can say, uh, there is nothing true or 100% true or 100% false, right? It is true to the degree of some truthfulness. And that idea is basically exploited in case of soft computing. And that is how it has been defined by Professor Zate, who is known as the father of soft computing, as in contrast to traditional hard computing, soft computing exploits the tolerance for imprecision, uncertainty, and partial truth. Partial truth, I underline this word, partial truth, meaning thereby nothing is 100% true or 100% false. Right? It is true through the degree of some truthfulness. What is the objective? Objective is to achieve solutions which are tractable, robust, low cost solution, and better rapport with reality. I'll give you an example of, you can say, the washing machine. What is there in a washing machine? There is a small microcontroller chip wherein all those 27 or 28 odd rules are basically embedded. And whenever you switch on that machine, okay, that microcontroller will take decision based on, let's say, if you put clothes into it, okay, it will determine the amount of, you can say, the detergent required. Then it will determine what kind of water it must use for, whether it must use the warm water or cold water or a combination of both or whatever. So in our, when you are doing all these activities, you do all these activities in your own way, right? On the similar line, all those things are being automated by means of this, you can say, the small possibility. And here nothing is true 100% and nothing is false 100%, right? It is true to the degree of some truthfulness. I'll give you one more example. Let's say you want to define somebody is greedy. Okay, so greediness, how you will figure it out? 100% greedy, 80% greedy, or maybe when I was citing that example, right, situational kind of things are there, right? So it is completely, you can say, a paradigm shift from your conventional, you can say, computing approach, which is hard computing, wherein you have bivalent logic. Everything is either true or false, 0 and 1. But in this case, we don't have anything as true or false. It is having values between 0 and 1. So maybe 0.8, meaning thereby 80% greedy, 0.9, 90% greedy, and so on. But this small change has changed the entire thing, right? So if you look at, you can say, the AI or the soft computing is nothing but the, you can say, it is a superset soft computing, and AI is many times it is used interchangeably as well. So don't get confused. These are the four more constituents of, you can say, the soft computing or AI. Fuzzy systems are there, neural networks are there, evolutionary computing is there, and probabilistic reasoning is there. So these four constituents make it possible to take decision in different kind of scenario, and they are good in some or the other area. What are the areas they are good into? Let's say fuzzy systems, they are best in dealing with imprecision, and most of the time we deal with imprecise knowledge. We don't have 100% correct answer, right? But still we take decision, right? The second important aspect is the neural networks, right? Neural networks has the capability to learn. Third important aspect is the probabilistic reasoning, wherein we have uncertainty, and the world is full of uncertainties, right? And the fourth area is evolutionary computing, wherein optimization, that is genetic algorithm, and all those things are there. So each of them, they are good in some particular area. Okay. So most of the gadgets you must have seen maybe 5 years down the line. Okay, we call it as it is a fuzzy kind of thing, right? For example, washing machines or your microwave oven and whatnot, right? Then neural networks, as I said, capability of learning. Again, learning can be again of two types. What they call it as the supervised and unsupervised learning, that is there in this paper. Okay, if you want to go through the details, all those stuff, whatever I'm talking about, is very much there in the paper itself, right? So, imprecision, learning, uncertainty, and optimization. Okay, I'll give you an example of, let's say, fuzzy kind of approach. Let's say you are into a desert, okay? But if you remember, some of you must have noted somewhere that I have told you that this fuzzy variable acquire values between 0 and 1. Okay. Let's assume that you are carrying two bottles with you. Okay. One bottle is, again, sealed bottles are there. Let's say both of them, they are containing water, right? And there is one tag associated with each bottle, right? The tag talks about the drinkability of the water. Okay, drinkability of the water is equal to, let's say, 0.8 in case of bottle A. Okay, and in case of, let's say, another bottle, okay, fuzzy membership I am talking about, right? Fuzzy membership. Okay, so some of you may argue, okay, sir, moment you are saying 0.8, so what is new in that? Okay, it is very similar to probability. It is very similar to probability, wherein probability normally we represent in terms of percentage. 0.8 means 80% probability. So whether fuzzy and probability are same, the answer is a big no. Okay, we'll just try to understand this with the help of a small example. I was talking about two bottles containing two tags. One is containing the fuzzy membership of drinkability as 0.8. Another bottle B is containing the probability of drinkability of water is 0.8. Right. Both the bottles have got same value. Okay. Now you have options. You are thirsty. Okay. There is, you can say 48, 49 degrees Celsius out there. Okay. And you want to drink water. Okay. Which particular bottle you will pick? Which particular bottle you will pick in this case? I hope you people are with me.
So the one which is more purer.
Sir, both the bottles are sealed, right? And they carry a tag, as I said. Okay. Tag, one case, the fuzzy membership of drinkability. Drinkability means pure, you are talking about purity of water is nothing but drinkable water, right? Let's
Yes,
assume
sir.
that
Yes,
purity is 0.8, and the another case, the fuzzy membership of purity is 0.8. So whether you will select the first one or the second one. I
But
hope you
if
have.
there is a choice,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
there
If
is
there
a
is a choice,
See, you can go for either of them, right? You can either select A or B. There is a choice, right? So
yes,
whether
sir.
you will go with, you can say, the first one or the second.
Unless I know what is in the tag, how will I decide?
The tag is tag. That's why I said कि भाई क्या होता है normally अपन बोलते हैं, अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि भाई we have a conventional logic wherein everything is true. It is drinkable or not drinkable. 0 and 1. But when the values are between 0 and 1, okay, and we are talking about the same concept, the purity, or somebody said purity or drinkability, right? Both the cases it is 0.8, but in one case it is probability of 0.8 is there, and the second case the fuzzy membership of 0.8 is there. So whether you will go with the fuzzy one or you will pick up the probability. I am trying to just highlight the difference between these two.
The probability pointed one.
Okay, sir. But if you pick, you must have seen a movie called Duck, right? Starring, I think, Sanjay Dutt and so on. So if you are lucky, then in that case, if you go with probability, what will happen? 80% chances are there that you will survive. Okay, 20% chances are there that it may contain, you can say, some poison, right?
Yes.
So 80% chances. You see, probability means chances. What I am trying to emphasize is probability and fuzzy is not same. Okay, probability is 80% drinkable, meaning thereby 80% chances are there when you open that bottle and drink the water. Okay, 80% it is drinkable, meaning thereby there are 20% chances that it may contain poison. And when you definitely drink poison, okay, the other way around, let's look at the fuzzy membership. So fuzzy membership basically describes that 0.8% fuzzy membership, meaning thereby 80% drinkable water and 20% contamination. And we are all Indians, right? So I don't know. Most of us, we are grown up. At least I very well remember. We used to drink tap water. Okay, the situation is there, right? In the schools and colleges as well, right? So, 20% contamination is you can say we can tolerate, right? Being Indian, I should say, right? So it's better to go with fuzzy. So fuzzy means imprecise. Okay, even though it is imprecise, but you just right now, I think I have given you example, that is while overtaking a car or while parking it, okay, you never ever get down and you measure the amount of space available. You take decision on imprecise knowledge, okay, approximation, right? So on the parallel line, so what I intend to say is fuzzy and you can say the probability, they are not same, they are different, okay? And fuzzy solutions are always having certain advantages over the you can say the probability one, right? So again, this slide will give you an idea that is how these two approaches are different. In one case, we use the mathematical word hard data, meaning thereby either something is true or something is false. We use quantitative method, and we use bivalent logic, meaning thereby either something is true or something is false. Whereas on the other hand, you have a linguistic word, soft data, meaning thereby nothing is 100% true or 100% false. Okay, the values are between 0 and 1. You have the capability of interpretation of these soft approaches. Understanding is there, explanation is there, and qualitative methods are there. That is, we will not search the entire database. We will go for a randomized search, which will definitely save your time and you will take your decision. And in this case, we either use bivalent or multivalent. Okay, it is not all the time bivalent. It may be, you can say bivalent or multivalent, something like that, right? So having said that, this is, you can say, these are the advantages of, you can say, the soft computing approach. As I said, linguistic, that is another area. Okay, linguistic meaning thereby you can declare something as let's say you want to describe somebody as very tall, very linguistic word, very smart. Okay, how we can deal with these kind of scenarios. So this soft computing has made it possible. And it is very simple. As I said, only a small set of rules are sufficient enough for solving any kind of problem. No number crunching. They are comprehensible, no black boxes. That is, you can very well conclude that how you are arriving at this particular solution. Then fast when computing. Why I am saying fast when computing? Because it is small. So definitely it is, you can say, efficient enough to deal with any kind of scenario. And naturally it is good in practice. As I said, that is a small microcontroller chip is capable enough of handling all those 27 rules and taking real life decision making, right? So having said that, these are the advantages which has changed our, you can say, day-to-day life, I should say, right? But let's say if some of you are more eager to understand this particular aspect, AI or soft computing in greater detail, you can go through this, you can toss these terms in Google, that is computing with words. Normally we compute with numbers. Okay, but here we are talking with computing with words. That is what the linguistic word, whatever I have talked about. Then theory of information granulation, EFIG, and computational theory of perception. Right. We many times say that my perception with regard to a particular thing is different, your perception is different. So how to deal with all those kind of things? So these three landmark paper again by Zadeh has changed the entire story. And when it has started, you will be surprised, has started way back in 1959-60. Right? Okay. So Zadeh has come up very first paper in 1965, if I am not wrong. He has come up with a beautiful paper and he was heavily criticized those days. Okay, he presented that paper in an international conference and it was criticized in such a way that he is talking about something which is, you can say, it is a wishful thinking, what we used to call it in our day-to-day life as Mungeri Lal ke sapne, something like that, right? He's talking something hypothetical, which is not realistic. But you can say it's 50, 70 years down the line now, you are seeing that these technologies are changing the way in which we live, right? And they are also categorized as disruptive technologies, right? It is disruptive in some way or the other, right? So this I will not go into the detail, that is how this CW has evolved and so on. But I'll give you an example so that you will just you'll have some an idea, that is how we can deal with, you can say, the real life situation and how we can find out solutions to simple problems. Right. Let's say I am giving you a question, okay, what is Rekha's age? And with regard to Rekha, I am providing you two different propositions. That Rekha, she has a son in mid-20s, and P2, Rekha, she has a daughter in mid-30s. Okay. And plus P3, I am not providing, but it is known to everyone. That is usually the mother's age at birth of child is between approximately 20 or asterisk 20 for short, and approximately 40 or asterisk 40 for short. Right. Now, whether you can compute with this much knowledge, whether you can compute the age of Rekha. Any answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is Rekha's age in this case?
Around 50 or 55.
Yes. So, yes. So what we have done, let us see how the computer handle this kind of scenario, right? Again, we are not giving the values. See, I am making two statements, propositions, what they call it as, about Rekha. But I am not saying that Rekha son age is 25 or something like that. I am making a, you can say, linguistic statement with regard to Rekha, right? And now we are trying to translate this into a computation ready. What that, in what way it can be achieved, that is what we'll see. This is called as the preciation. Preciation is a prerequisite to composition, right? Of preceded information set, asterisk I. Okay. Age son is asterisk 25, age daughter is asterisk 35, because the very first statement which I have made is she has a son in mid-20s, that is asterisk 25, as a daughter in mid-30s, asterisk 35, and the third knowledge, which is known to all of us, is usually asterisk 20, asterisk 40. Now, when you aggregate these two, okay, and you carry out a fusion, right, you can very well compute. Okay, as somebody has said, the Rekha's age is 50 or 55, whatever, right? So this was actually, yeah, age Rekha is 55. But when you deal with, you can say, this kind of scenario, okay, because when you write a program for this kind of activity, you have to deal with numbers, right? But this soft computing has made it possible. That is how we can deal with words. Okay, we are not giving information with regard to Rekha in terms of numbers. Okay, she has a son in mid-20s, okay, daughter in mid-30s, and some word knowledge. Okay, by applying these two and operation, okay, you can very well compute the age of Rekha, right? So you can deal with any kind of, you can say, scenario, okay, with the help of, you can say, linguistic word, and you can transform them into a computation ready proposition. That is what we are doing in this case. Okay, we are transforming that statement into asterisk 25, age son is asterisk 25, age daughter is asterisk 35, and the word knowledge, and then we are going for a fusion, and then we are coming up with the answer, right? So this way you can solve any kind of realistic problem, okay? But when the Professor Zadeh, he taught this concept in 1965, right? It has evoked very heavy criticism. Okay. And the title of his paper was, I will not go into details because we don't have a lot of time, from computing with numbers to computing with words, from manipulation of measurement to manipulation of perception. And there he talked about what is perception, right? So that is how we can deal with perceptions, how we can deal with, you can say, words instead of numbers, and still we can arrive at. So this entire concept is called as a fuzzy inference system, right? I'll just give you some broader picture, okay? And based on that, you have a lot of applications, okay? Chatbot nowadays, whatever you are experiencing, okay? Question answering system, it is based on that only, right? So I'll share that model, okay, so that it will be clear to you. Okay, it is called as FIS. Yeah, there we are. So this is a fuzzy inference system wherein we have got 4 components. One is the knowledge base, second is the inference engine, and we have got fuzzification and defuzzification kind of thing. So fuzzification is nothing but what we input, give as crisp value to the input, and ultimately we must get crisp value. So we are providing those statements that is nothing but the input to this fuzzification module that will be transformed into, you can say, the computation ready word. And through inference engine, the inference will be drawn that the Rekha's age is 55 or 50, whatever. And again, a numeric value will be given you as the output, right? So how much hot water you should use, okay, or how much, you can say, how to wash the clothes, okay, whether it should be soft or hard or whatever, right? All those decisions can be very well taken up with this kind of, you can say, or the best example, let's say you are visiting a restaurant, okay, and you want to find out the amount of tip. So again, you can frame some rules and you can come up with the answer. Okay, if the service is good, or if the service is poor but the food is good, okay, what kind of, so this way you can make 2-3 variables you can easily deal with, and you can come up with a small 25-27 rules, okay, which can solve any kind of problem in the world, right? So this is how it has happened, okay. So I'll not go into the details, but many of us, we feel that this term machine learning, it was tossed by Arthur Samuel way back in 1959. Okay. And what it says, it gives the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Okay, without being explicitly programmed, meaning thereby we are not programming it explicitly, but we are, you can say, following the approach which I have explained to you just now. So such algorithms follow programmed instruction, but can also make prediction or decision based on the data. So they are capable of, let's say, the stock market predictions. I don't know those who are into I should say, this share market. Now, most of us are there, almost all, right? Because some way or the other, we are investing, right? And this COVID has made everybody, I should say, aware about the market and so on, right? So if you want to predict the value of of a particular share at a particular time, you can use what they call it as the algorithmic trading. What is algorithmic trading? It is nothing but the AI-based trading, right? So it uses huge amount of data, and based on that data, it gives you the appropriate answer, and it predicts what should be the value, or you can take decisions based on the data, okay? And that is the beauty of it, okay? Let's go a little further. This is the typical architecture of a biological neuron. Those who are from, you can say, the medicine line, they are well acquainted with. On the parallel line, what this is artificial neural net. Okay, this we will discuss 1 or 2 minutes. So just like human brain, you have a neuron, dendrites is there, then cell body is there, and axon is there. Okay, and the input of one neuron, or sorry, output of one neuron is given as input to the next neuron, and this way you collectively then at the end you take the decision. Okay, on the parallel line you have x1 and x2 as the input, and this w1 and w2 are called as the associated with those inputs, and y is nothing but the output. So y is equal to summation of x1 w1 plus x2 w2. So what do? We cannot change the input. Input is nothing but your data. Okay, whatever, let's say in case of share market, whatever values of the share past 10 years, all those values is nothing but the input. But when you train the network using those values, and then when you ask the system to find out the future value, it will very well come up with some or the other answer, right? And how do they learn? They learn through these weights, which is nothing but the synaptic strength. Okay, W1, W2. Okay, these things, they vary. So during training, what happens is we normalize these weights. Okay, and then you can say after once the training is over, when you expose the system with some new scenario or new situation, it will take some decision, it will give you the appropriate answer. Okay, so this is how it works, right? This is a simple artificial neural network, single layer perceptron. And I'll give you some more example. Yeah, so these are the various architecture of neural networks, okay, wherein you have single layer feed forward. All the neurons are connected, input output neurons are connected. Okay, this is the another architecture which is also called as the multi-layer feed forward. Okay, this is single layer, then the multi-layer feed forward, then fully recurrent network, competitive networks are there, Jordan network is there. So how one neuron is connected with the another, okay, that determines the architecture of that particular, right? So accordingly, you have various models and they are capable of learning. They are capable of doing various things or taking decisions in various kind of scenarios, right? So as I said, input layer is there, hidden layer is there, and output layer is there. So this is nothing but the, as you can see here, this is the input layer wherein you fed all those values of, let's say in case of share market, all those values, past values as the input to the system. And then you ask the system to categorize the output. So it will give you some or the other answer, right? That is for prediction, that is, you can say for classification once again, and so on and so forth, right? So you have input layer, you have output layer, and you have hidden layers. Again, how many input layer you must have, how many hidden layer you must have, there is no, you can say, thumb rule on that, right? It all depends based on your experimentation you have to carry out, and then you can optimize the architecture. But nowadays, all these things you need not do, I should say, manually. Okay, there are powerful tools available. Okay, you can exploit those tools directly. All these architectures, whatever I have talked about, they are implemented in their libraries. You can use it as it is by using a drop down, you can say, button, and you can very well experiment with them. Okay, but I'm talking about the days when I did my masters. Okay, we used to train the for handwritten neural. Those days I used to work on. So 2 days, 3 days time was required. But now what has happened due to this availability of ample availability of, I should say, the high speed hardware and computing resources, that much time is not at all, right? So those barriers have gone, and that's why you are finding these many applications nowadays based on, you can say, these artificial intelligence and so on, right? So I have told you somewhere these things are once again there, supervised training. Okay, provide the network with a series of sample input and the output. Let's say you are dealing with handwritten neurals, you will feed around say 40 or 50 features to the input layer, and on the output layer you will have all those numbers, say 0 to 9. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So whatever features are getting, you are getting the maximum result. Okay, that will be given as the output. Okay, unsupervised training, most similar input vector is assigned the same output unit. Okay, it is unsupervised. And one more which is very popular is called as the reinforcement learning. Right answer is not provided, but indication of whether right or wrong is provided. That is during training. Okay, and you have a lot of models based on that, right? So with this, I think I have set the stage for the discussion. Okay, now we will come back to the, let's say, the paper which I was talking about. Okay, let us move further. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Paper?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So I have set the stage for discussion. Okay, now we will start the discussion. It is the national strategy for AI. AI for all is the tagline. Okay. Now, any one of you, okay, whatever is your opinion, you may differ on some aspect because it is a discussion paper. Okay? It is not any, just the idea is to brainstorm you so that you can later on work on these issues and then come up with different solutions. Yes. So any one of you want to talk something? whatever. See, I think yesterday again you were exposed with some AI tools for research and education, right? So wherein again gone through the stuff. Okay, you were having some issues with regard to how much AI should be allowed and whatnot, right? So anything whatever you feel like, right? You can
Yeah,
come.
Dr. Godse here. Can I speak?
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah. So, sir, we are from doctor medical background.
Great, sir.
So we are doctors and specialists. So our biggest hurdle with AI is what typically when students write something, we are not sure whether it's a chat GPT written or written by a student. And it is very difficult to find out. And nowadays, student can within 1 hour he can bring back the sent answers with help of chat GPT, which is a hindrance to me because students then have more rely on chat GPT and then don't rely on their own knowledge. So that is one of the biggest setback for us as a doctors because students has to
Yes.
learn that thing.
Right.
So and other thing is the image software. Most of the images are there on the software. So if a patient or a student cannot diagnose that, he can just go to chat GPT or any Google Lens and find out the answer.
Yes.
So for me, AI is more of a disadvantage for teaching purpose. Obviously, for computer, all other is good, but these are the few things which I feel as a doctor and my students the setback for me. And as an editor of journal, we find it very tough whether it's a chat GPT written or self written. So a patient has to actually the writer has to confess that he has not used chat GPT, but that never happens. So these are just my remarks and nothing to do with. I know you are from engineering background. But I thought I must share with you what a doctor
Yes,
and
yes.
what we feel
No,
of
no,
about AI.
this is concern with regard to everybody. It is not applicable merely to your discipline, sir. The same kind of problems we are also facing. I think last time when I talked with you, shared the same kind of stuff that okay, the person who is not able to speak a single statement correct in English. Okay, when you go through his or her mail or message on WhatsApp, many times you are shocked, right? So that is happening, sir. But no,
Sir,
I think there
may
are,
I talk?
yes, yes, sir, please.
The
Please, sir.
same kind of a issue in engineering also.
Yes.
Nowadays, whatever the projects the students are doing, as sir says that initially he has implemented the machine learning algorithm and test trained it. But nowadays, the student use various machine learning algorithms, but they do not know what is there inside or how that algorithm works. It is a black
Yes.
box from them. They give some inputs and expect the result, but they are not able to give the specific reason the why this particular image in this category or what are the parameters they have observed. So the same issues are there in the engineering also.
Yes, yes. So it is killing your, I should say, the creative skills in the student. That is
Thinking and writing skills is also
yes,
degrading
yes.
due to chat GPT
Day by
and
day.
all other tools
Yes,
are
yes.
available.
Day by day it is happening. I know, sir. But
Sir, I have a query.
yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, with the AI, can it predict the same thing every time if I run multiple times? Because if it is a machine, it has to do the same this thing analysis and it has to come with the same answer. Because that is not possible with the natural this thing, the human thinking.
Yes.
So ideally speaking, it should give the same output. But is it really true?
It is very
It's
much
my
true,
query, sir.
Let's say if you train it with the same data set, okay. Once you have trained it with XYZ data set, whether it is your own data set or whether it is the data set you have acquired from some third party, or you are using some standard data set. Once you have trained it, when you give the same input, it will 100% it will give you the same output all the time, because there is no human error kind of things in case of AI, right? So
Yes, sir. I agree, sir. That is when you are training, you are going to use the same data set or whatever data set you are using. I think that is why we have to use a vast number of data
exactly,
so that the
and
prediction can be accurate.
yes, and that's why somebody said, sir, is it possible to find out whether the contents are written from or taken up from Chat GPT or any other AI tool, or it is written by the student? That is becoming challenging, right? So
Yeah, that is yes, sir.
because it is learning every moment, as I said, so and this slide, whatever, if I don't know whether it is visible to you, this slide is there.
Yes, sir. Soft computing.
Yeah,
Slide
no,
is
no, soft computing is there or the another slide?
no, soft
I have
computing is
opened up.
there.
Sorry, sir.
Soft computing slide is visible, sir.
Soft computing, acha, you are looking. I'll close that. Okay, I'll start sharing. 1 second. Yeah. So let us have a look at this paper. Okay. We will go one by one. This is what I was talking about. That is, this is from the paper itself, right? So you have, let's say, computer vision, audio processing, okay, sensors kind of thing, then comprehension, and then act. Okay, that is data visualization. Okay, recommendation system. Okay, you go to, you can say any website, you will find that there are a lot of recommendations coming up, right? So speech analytics is the another area, cognitive robotics is there, and so on, right? So again, if you look at the application areas, it is very vast, I should say. Okay. For example, some of the areas which have been identified here is you can say the agriculture, okay, education, okay, and so on, right, and so on, right, and some global context is again there. Global developments in AI is there, okay. So any one of you have gone through some of the stuff which you wish to comment on, sir? These are the challenges. What are the challenges to adoption of AI in India? I'll pose a query myself, right? So that you can respond.
Sir, one is how to use that, and you have to rely on that also, because trusting that is also important. So that is the main challenge I feel, using it and trusting it.
Okay, trusting it. But I think some of you are from health domain, if I'm not wrong, right? So there is a concept, what they call it as a country, actually, we have adopted this EHR, that is electronic health record. Okay, that is legally now it is mandated by the government. But what is happening? There is no collaboration between hospitals, whether it is public hospital or a private hospital, right? And that's why the biggest challenge right now, let's say if a patient goes, those who are from the, you can say the developed nation, okay, they have a health card. The moment the person sitting on a machine, he or she input that health card number, the entire history of that patient comes over there. Unfortunately, in our country, even though the policies are there, as I said, that the electronic health record system we have adopted, it is formulated and adopted, but it is not in practice, right? So ये जो health care में आप जो बोल रहे हैं, मतलब this will reduce the burden, what I intend to say, right? It will reduce the burden in many ways, है ना? मेरा कोई एक आधा suppose पैथो का रिपोर्ट है या और भी कोई मेरा टेस्ट किया है उसकी रिपोर्ट है, अगर ये सब डिजिटल फॉर्म में अगर शेयर होती है, okay, or let's say the patient is in crisis, okay, and he is not able to speak, very serious, okay, in that case, let's say if somebody bring that particular patient to the hospital, okay, you put the health card number and you get the entire history over there, right? So you can treat that patient effectively, you know? So that is one of
Yes.
the key challenge for adaptation of AI in India. Unfortunately, what is happening, and there are some recommendation as well. Okay, what the government says is they have come up with a national AI marketplace kind of thing. NAIM kind of thing is there. Okay, so anybody has gone through with this particular aspect, whatever I was talking about, that is EHR. Any idea about that? Those who are from, you can say, the medical domain. AI for greater good, social development, inclusive growth. Right, that is again there. Okay, and this is
Yeah,
the,
now it is there.
yes, sir. I hope it is visible to you. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is visible.
These are the application areas and enablers. Okay, application areas, as I said, healthcare is one of these. Storage of qualified healthcare professionals. Sorry, shortage of qualified healthcare professionals. That is one of the bottleneck in our country. Right, non-uniform accessibility to healthcare across the country. You know, with physical access use continue to the measure. This is the ratio, right? How these services are available. Okay, they have given beautiful graphs here, pictorial representation. That is public only 21.2. Okay, whereas private is 78. right, share of the public and the private players, right? So this is again, cancer is one of the area, okay, cancer treatment, right? Again, this report talks about that the patient has to travel on an average 1800 kilometer for getting proper treatment in case of cancer, right? So this is again one of the challenge, I should say, right? So travel 1800 kilometer on average is too much to avail cancer treatment. Okay, that is happening. This report says, I am little doubtful, but these figures are from the report only, right? But that is there. Okay, affordability is another issue, right? So government is trying to push it as I said, that is EHR, okay, that is electronic health record system, but that is again not very effectively managed. But other areas you must be surprised that this is happening at a jet speed. For example, if now government has mandated to link your Aadhaar and PAN, okay, with your bank account. So if any transaction you do online, okay, any transaction, it is recorded. And all these systems, let's say you are having 10 different accounts across the nation, okay. Earlier, since these systems were working in isolation, but the core banking has made it possible. On the parallel line, let's say if you have a number of hospitals in the country and you have a single, just like a PAN card, okay, you have a single identity number, patient identity number. So on the parallel line, we can have systems like that, but it will take some time. But it will, if it happens, then definitely it will revolutionize even healthcare sector as well, right? That is my comment on that.
Yes, sir. The ABHA card is mandatory now. They have said that ABHA card everybody has to have, or
Okay.
Ayushman card. So that
Ayushman
will,
card.
yeah. So that can solve problem at least for
That
the
can solve. Yes.
operating this thing, but it will take few years, I am sure, because
Yes,
to
maybe
get
10
yes,
years
sir.
down the line, but
Yes, yes, exactly, right, sir.
yes, but future you will find all these things, right?
Definitely,
There.
definitely. Like in US,
Yeah.
we will have it.
Yes. So AI for India's cancer woes, right? That is one of the area they have identified. Agriculture is there. Agriculture, again, lot of development, precision agriculture and whatnot, right? There are many things which are happening. Okay. Okay. So with this, I think we have talked about many things, right? Education is undoubtedly, it is the area wherein again you have lot of opportunities there. Okay. So you can address even this low retention rates, okay, poor learning outcomes. Because as I said, that is, there are systems like say intelligent tutoring systems, ITS. I think Bhagat sir has talked about on that, right? So there are a lot of solutions available. The only thing is that we need to adapt to those technologies, right? And make use of all those technologies for the welfare of the people. Okay. Even at international level, again, there are some ethical issues. Somebody can talk on some ethical issues, privacy, security of AI. That is the biggest challenge, right? Any one of you? Ethics? Let us
Sir,
search.
in
Yes,
healthcare,
sir.
biggest
Yes, sir. Boli. Sir, please.
Yeah, and I just want to say that the healthcare problem, there is a big issue. The healthcare records are being used by the companies for self-promotion, like any
Oh.
data which is generated through Practo or all the software is being used for company uses it for promotion of separate products and all these things happening. So many times the data security and privacy of a patient is at stake when we put it at the private server or with the private company. So that is the one
That's
thing I
why
thought I would stress.
That's why the government has a major role to play here. Just like the PAN is maintained by the government, right? Your Aadhaar is
Yes.
maintained by the government. On the parallel line, you need to have systems which are basically maintained by the government. So that there should not be any breach of data privacy and secrecy. Because again, this is very personal. Let's say I am suffering from XYZ disease. Okay, it should not be kept in a public domain, right? But as you have rightly said that for commercial purpose, definitely the private companies, they may be using it. You know? That is another issue which needs some concern by the government. So this is
Actually, in every field, there is a possibility of data game being exploited or exchanged I think we see the data encryption happening, but still people are able to penetrate the security layers and are able to access the data. And the free softwares which are available are actually the bait that is used to get these data. So I think this is a problem we are facing.
Yes, sir. This is with regard to all the domains, I should say, right? It's not with regard to any specific
Yes,
domain.
sir. Yeah.
And these issues, let's say, moment you are online, okay, and you are browsing or you are connected, okay, whatever activity you are doing, your location, everything, you keep your location on, okay, again, there is a breach. You know? So, privacy, security, and ethics, these are definitely at stake. You know? This is there. This is one of the biggest challenge, I should say. And then adaptation of, you can say, various techniques wherein the tagline the government says it is AI for all, but it is very challenging at the same time. Okay. And that's why most of the countries, they are coming up with some stringent rules and regulation in this regard. Okay, the developed nation in particular. Okay, they are restricting the use of AI up to a particular limit. Okay, they are coming up with some strict regulation. Okay, and again, since they have technology, so they are able to enforce it, right? In our country, we again face problem with regard to the technology and so on, right? But still, for AI domain, India is a major player. India is one of the major player, even though we rank 5th. This is again, whatever I am saying, it is from the report itself, right? So we rank 5th globally, okay? But still we have a major stake and major role to play. Okay? So with this, I think this is all from my end, okay? At the end, being a coordinator of this particular course, right? We will take some 1 or 2 minutes feedback. I want to know your reaction. What are the gray areas wherein we need to improve upon? Okay, we have tried our level best to give you the best of the resource person. Okay. Or if somebody wishes to talk on AI, again, it is welcome. Right? We have 5 minutes more. Hello. I hope you people are with me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
the
yes.
program
Yes,
was good.
How was the course?
Yeah. The course was good. My suggestion is
Yes.
that whole program, if a title schedule would have been there with us in advance and some pre-read materials, if you could have shared on the WhatsApp or on the email, we could have gone through it and we have become more better and then we have got it better. Obviously, you shared AI with us, but the other material also, if you have
Other
shared, then it would have
materials,
been
sir,
better.
I'll definitely, undoubtedly, I think wherever we have got from the resource, I think most of the material we have on our email. Okay, that definitely we will share. Don't worry about that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Otherwise, excellent program and very nice.
But what is the gray area wherein we need to?
The
There is
area
always
basically,
scope for improvement. So
yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I'm specifically asking. Okay, so all
So
good is okay.
the pre-reads would have been better. So if I got something well in advance, 5 days in advance to
Okay.
read, so that maybe the 2 days
All
AI,
right. All right.
we couldn't
All
read
right.
whole of thing.
All right. All right. Then putting it
Yeah.
down, that is, you want the study material should be shared with you well in advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's all fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, it is a really good program. I really enjoyed it.
May I know who is speaking?
And this is Sanjeev Dongre here.
Yes, sir. Please.
It's a really good program. I enjoyed it and it was very informative. Added a lot of additional information.
Any suggestions, sir?
Yes, sir.
Any suggestions, sir?
No, sir.
Acha.
As I said, I am happy.
Oh, great. Not a problem. Yes. Anybody else who wish to talk? I am asking about the feedback. Okay, forget about AI and all. This is all. Right.
So we
Yes,
as
sir.
I think all is well, sir. Yes, ma'am, please. Yes.
Time is and we are working, so it becomes little difficult sometimes to adjust the things and so on. So sometimes it is difficult. It can be, if it can be, I will say, ki little more crisp, and we can convert this whole schedule into maybe 3-4 days. Is it
Acha.
possible? I don't know.
Okay.
Some
Matlab, you
something.
want to, you feel that it should be less number of
Yeah,
days
but-
and more number of hours, something like that.
Huh. So maybe
Something
2
like
days course or something like that. If we can do
Okay,
that.
okay,
Possible.
okay.
Every
But,
day it becomes
madam,
sometimes difficult for us.
Here I am sorry because this is very well defined by the UGC and we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
I do.
follow
I
their
can
guidelines.
understand. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that I can.
What they say is 3 hours duration daily. Okay, and the working hour schedule, everything they have defined.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and
Yeah, we can.
your certificates and all again they are all online only, right? On the
Acha.
portal itself. Yes.
Yes, yes. When we will be receiving our certificate?
Within couple of days, don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
But all of you will get e-certificate only, right?
Okay.
Don't
Thank you,
expect
sir.
hard copies from us. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other comment?
So
So the
tomorrow
program
attend
was
the
well
lecture.
organized.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
Suresh, sir.
continue.
Suresh Gupta. Yes, sir. The program was well organized and all the lectures were quite informative.
Thank you.
The things was, the speakers were very, clear in their communication. So really, we had, gained so much knowledge with this session, and we are thankful to you for organizing this session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
हॅलो सर.
Yes, sir. Mahajan, sir.
हा प्रोग्राम हा अत्यंत चांगला होता सर. मला
धन्यवाद,
जवळ 10-12 वर्षानं पुन्हा अमरावती विद्यापीठाशी जोडता आलं. मी याच्या अगोदर ओरिएंटेशन आणि लिटरेचर कोर्स अमरावतीला केलेला आहे.
Great, sir.
त्यावेळेला योगेंद्र सिंग सर होते बहुतांश.
Rajesh Singh,
हा
sir.
राजेश सिंग
Yes,
सर
sir.
होते.
2009 onwards.
हा त्यांच्याकडं मी 2 कोर्सेस केलेत सर.
Yes, yes.
आम्ही मराठी मीडियमचे विद्यार्थी
अच्छा, अच्छा. ठीक
आणि
आहे.
त्याच्यामुळं आम्हाला हे अमरावती हे अत्यंत चांगलं ठिकाण आजपर्यंत वाटत आलेलं आहे.
धन्यवाद,
याही
सर.
कोर्सचा अत्यंत चांगला अनुभव आहे.
धन्यवाद,
कारण
sir.
का सर हे शक्य नव्हतं मला, कारण का माझं आता 27-28 तारखेला नॅक आहे आणि
Okay.
मी IPC कोऑर्डिनेटर आहे.
Okay.
आणि मला हे तुमच्यामुळं शक्य झालं हा कोर्स करणं,
अच्छा.
म्हणजे कॉलेजमध्ये बसून, आणि त्याच्यामुळे आभारी आहे सर.
धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू सर.
Yes. Some of you are putting on the comment sessions were good, nice and informative. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Right. So I think let us say bye-bye to all of you. And I once again put my sincere thanks to all of you for bearing with us. And I hope you must have enjoyed all this session. Right. With this note.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So now today was the last
Yes,
lecture.
is the last day. But
Okay.
let's say, yes, today is the last day.
Thank you. It was very
Thank you.
informative, sir.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, sorry, sir, because today I just saw a message at 2:15 that lecture is at 1 o'clock.
No issue, sir. No issue.
And so I joined at 2:15.
I have
I
seen
missed
your message on the WhatsApp.